Hi. I'm Kay, and I just want to thank anybody who might be out there watching. Today is another event of Books Galore and CreatorCore Live, and I have today some amazing guests and a surprise guest. This is someone I've known for many years. I have a lot of respect for this particular person, and I can't wait to introduce him to you guys. This is author Bill Bartlett. Why don't you go ahead and talk a little bit about yourself?
Thank you, Kay. It's nice of you to have me. I've it's been at least 10 years, probably closer to 12, that we've been conversing back and forth, although this is the first time we've met face to face, such as it were. And in that time, I've been writing the Word from Dad feature in Casey Parent Magazine, the monthly publication, and I've been doing that for over 16 years now. I have five short stories published in four different anthologies, and I also have a novel self-published. The uh, the novel has a rather distinctive name, and I'll give you one proviso to begin with, and that is one should neither be intimidated nor titillated by the title. And the title of this story is Nude Light Housekeeping. And it's a very chaste story of the human longing for emotional intimacy as opposed to physical, and the lengths that people will go to achieve it.
I just want to say I remember assisting in the editing of that book. I remember through the list. Can you talk a little bit about that list and sort of what the experience was, just writing the writing process for you?
Of course, the list to which Kay is referring is the Internet Writing Workshop, and there are a number of lists within that workshop. There's fiction, there's nonfiction, there's romance, and there's poetry, and there's just practice writing. And what happens in the list is that someone makes a submission, and other people take a look at it and offer constructive criticism. I like to think of it as a free graduate level writing course. Will you be taught individual things like, what type of expository paragraph to write? Probably not, but you will be encouraged to write lively prose, things that will engage a reader and hopefully lead to a published work that's lucrative. That's everybody's goal.
Right.
Hmm. And the process for writing, for submitting on the list, you go ahead and you compose your draft, and you go over it and over it and over it many times because you don't want other people to think that you're a total idiot. And after that, you run it through a markup cleanser. The one that we use mostly is put out by Jonathan Headley. And then you have to go through it one more time and make sure that there's a blank line between each paragraph because the markup cleaner removes the indentations. And then you just go ahead and submit it. And the people will take a look at it and they will submit a critique, frequently abbreviated as a crit. And you can either take the crit to heart, or you can say that that person has a point, or you can say that yeah, maybe this crit isn't for me. And that's true with all the writing. You can either keep it or lose it. In fact, the phrase that I use is that all of my critique comments are just my come from my imagination and judgment, and the uh, person who submitted is free to to take them to heart or to toss them in the bin. Just whatever helps them more.
Yes. So the Internet Writing Workshop, what organization actually isn't hosting or sort of in charge of it?
I believe it's Penn State University. In fact, I had my fair and gracious wife buy me a ball cap that said Penn State on it, and I loved that hat and wore it everywhere until my dogs, who were still puppies, got a hold of it and did things with their teeth.
So how many lists are actually in the Internet Writing Workshop? Like what type of writing or genres do they cover?
Just about every type of genre. If one writes fantasy or science fiction, that would be included within the fiction list. And there are, in fact, even romance could be included within the fiction list. My story, Nude Lighthouse Keeping, I submitted a couple times initially through the fiction list and then did it again through the romance list. And with each submission, I learned more and I hope I progressed more. So now that it's finally published, then I hope people would can have an enjoyable reading experience when they pick it up.
I remember the writing list. I think I was a part of the short story crit and the what was the writing prompts crit and also the I think there was a fantasy crit writing list. And
Yep.
what do you remember the specific names? I can't recall the names.
I I can't recall all the names either, but I believe the URL is uh, internetwriting.org.
I'll have to Google it and get that the exact link so that I can attach it to the post after the live because I'm going to share out the video.
Okay.
But yeah, so one thing that I remember just very dearly is making so many friendships through the list, you specifically among other people, and just the writing community that was on there at that time. Like it really. Um, I feel, I mean, of course, I feel like I was young then because I'm older now, but, but I was, learning so much through the writing workshop and it improved my writing so much. And just the fact that I was able to learn not just how to write, but also how to look at writing critically and objectively. And also provide constructive criticism to others based on what I learned from them. I think that was so valuable.
Exactly. As I said, I feel like I got a graduate level course in writing just by making my submissions and, as you said, evaluating other people's writing, offering constructive tips and suggestions.
Right, right. And as we said, the service is totally free. Totally free.
The only thing it costs you is time.
There you go. There you go. So, can you tell us a little bit about the other writing projects that you have worked on?
Of course, there is another writing group called the Moorhead Friends Writing Group, and they are based out of, guess what? Moorhead, Minnesota, right next to Fargo. And one of the goals for the original creator was Chris Stenson, who is, by the way, another IWW alum. Um, one of his goals was to give people a chance to get published, so that they can add more to their writing resume, as it were. And he started with a series of short stories, and the first book was entitled Tales from the Frozen North, and every story had to have snow in it. Not necessarily about snow, but it had to have snow in it. So I submitted a piece of flash fiction that they accepted, and then I submitted. By the way, the flash fiction is entitled "The Island," and is an update to an ancient Greek myth. And I submitted a longer short story entitled A Paragon of Virtue. And this one is about a discovery of at least $100,000, perhaps more. And the knowledge from one of the adults is that it's not free money, that it had to come from somewhere. And he expects that it's drug money, but he doesn't know for sure. And in my story, there is um, a corruption scandal ongoing in the police department. So he's left with the conundrum: how do they get that money back to the person who wants it without endangering himself or his family? And that one's entitled a Paragon of Virtue.
A paragon of virtue.
Uh-huh. Now, they came out with another anthology, and I submitted something to that. And this one is the first mystery I've written. It's entitled Two Arrowheads, and it starts out: a gust of wind blew the hat off my head the day I dug up the skeleton.
Oh, that's intriguing.
Uh-huh.
Is it
Thank
published
you. Oh,
yet?
yes, ma'am. It is published in another Moorhead Friends anthology entitled Welcome to Ephraim Falls. And Ephraim is spelled Effham. It's a mythical town in northern Minnesota.
Okay. And that is that published on Amazon as well?
It is.
Okay.
In fact, they're even published through Ingram Sparks, so that they can be obtained either through Amazon or through bookstores like Barnes and Noble.
Okay. So if you could, later just drop the link for me so that I can post it on there so that people can find it
Of
and
course,
get it. Yeah.
of
Wow.
course. Now they had another one, Tales from the Water's Edge, and I didn't contribute to that one. But the next one that they published was entitled Return to Ephraim Falls, and I put in a piece of flash fiction that's about an old man talking about his experiences in the Civil War with his grandson. And if you read them, I hope you enjoy them.
I'm sure
Now,
I will.
that being said, um, I've written two other short stories published by another person. Lucy Lambos is a Philippine immigrant to Canada, and she was opening a Christian school, and she asked me to contribute a short story of less than 2,000 words that had caffeine in it. So I wrote a story that I entitled Coffee for Two. And this is about a man meeting his wife for their anniversary, for just an anniversary cup of coffee, except there's a twist. And I wouldn't want to let any cat out of the bag. But
Okay. I'll just have
the
to be left in suspense.
uh-huh, the name of this the name of this anthology is Caffeinated Short Stories.
Oh, caffeinated short stories. And that's in the
Uh-huh.
Return to FM.
I'm sorry.
You said that's in the book Return to FM? Or is
No,
that
ma'am.
separate?
That's a different book.
Oh, okay.
Caffeinated Short Stories is a different book. And she put out another one here fairly recently. And she asked me to write something. So I wrote a longer piece. It's almost 8,000 words, about 7,500 words. And this one is about love among the silver haired set. In case you can't tell by looking at me, I'm no longer a young man.
You're very young in heart.
Oh, that's very kind of you to say. But this book or this story is entitled "A Garden Variety Thunderstorm," and it's in a book entitled "When the Rains Beckon," and that one's also put out by Lucy Lombos. And she wants me to write another story, and this one has to have snow in it. So, uh, since the rights have reverted back to me after so long, I think it's been 2 years since um, Tales from the Frozen North was published. Since those rights were referred back to me, I could uh, resubmit one of my previously published short stories, but I'm working on another one where my fair and gracious wife and I had a snowball fight. Uh, she was uh, she was hiding behind a big electrical junction box in our front yard. I couldn't even see her. So I just started lobbing snowballs over the box. And after the third or fourth snowball, she stuck her head up and there was snow packed behind one of her glasses lenses. I
Oh
had
no.
hit I had hit her in the side of the head without even seeing her. Uh,
Nice. Oh
uh,
no.
So I knew it was over. I mean, what are the odds? How often can you hit somebody that you can't even see
I
and hit
can't even
them?
hit people I can see.
Normally I'm that way too. So I knew, okay, this is over. I got to take it like a man. So I just stood there while she shoveled snow down my back. And the uptake from that is it must be love.
That's awesome. Oh, okay. So do you happen to have like maybe any covers of any of your works that we could see?
Well, it's odd you should ask that. We'll start with this one.
New lighthouse keeping.
Uh huh.
There you go.
Uh huh. And it it's technically speaking, it's romance, but it's one that's a little off the beaten path. In fact, I've had a lot of people who are romance writers say that it doesn't qualify as a romance because it doesn't fit the typical model. So
Uh-huh.
we'll see about that. And I hope that
Right.
works well. Uh-huh. And here we have caffeinated short stories. And my story in this one is only it's only 1,600 words. So
Okay.
it's a quick read. And this is Return to Ephraim Falls.
That was awesome.
And I probably shouldn't say this, but my story is the first one in the book.
Oh, okay.
So, do you know what that means? Since it's a flash fiction piece, about 800 words, it's short enough to fit um, to the preview from Kindle. Short enough to fit into the Kindle preview. You can read the whole story there. I shouldn't say this without purchasing the book.
So we got the cheat code.
Yep. And last but not least, we have When the Rain Beckons. And my story in this one is also the first one. And
Is it also short enough?
no, I'm afraid not. This one's longer. It's almost 8,000 words,
Oh, okay, okay.
but it's got some unusual things in it. For example, an older lady proposes marriage to an older gentleman, which is a little bit. In fact, she has to talk pretty fast to get him to accept. And then something happens to make him realize that yes, he actually does love her. So this is more of the romance model. Fits more of the romance model.
Okay.
And the other one that I have is Welcome to FM Falls. Unfortunately, I don't have a cover here to show you.
Okay. Okay.
And
Well, I'm going to make sure to make a transcript to get the transcript of our interview so that I
okay,
can, yeah, post it as an actual news article, which I will then be forwarding to you so that you can know where your news article
outstanding.
is. Yes.
Thank you. That's very kind of you.
Yes. And I'll make sure to get hopefully the links from you so that I can post those on the videos as I post the video out.
Okay,
So
not a
I
problem
just
at
want
all.
to thank you so much for coming today and basically showcasing all of your work and the beautiful covers and also talking about the Internet Writing Workshop. I want to say that if there are any writers out there who are looking for editors or basically a writing community, the Internet Writing Workshop is an extremely valuable source of education. As author Bill Bartlett was saying, it's run through, you said Penn State.
Correct.
Yes,
Mhm.
so it's a university run educational critique writing source for authors and writers who would like to have their work critiqued and edited for free.
It's hard to beat the price. However, um, in interest of full openness, the the IWW list is going through a slack period at the moment.
Not for long. Not for long.
Not for long, we hope. And the Morehead Friends Writing Group is also open to membership. It's not a closed group at all. That is, it's not closed once you enter. It's closed to other people, but it's easy to enter.
Okay.
And they also do critiques, and they have something that the IWW never had, and that is the opportunity to publish.
Oh,
So if you're looking for something that you want to use to get your name out there exposed to the public, the buying public, I might add, then the Internet Writing Workshop is a great place to start. No, not the Internet Writing, but the Morehead Friends Writing Group is a great place because they will have not only constructive comments, they'll also have opportunities to publish, which is something the IWW never did.
right. So the Moorhead Writing Group that you're talking about right now, they actually offer traditional publishing?
Yeah, kind of. They'll also, if you have books already published, you can they will market those books for you at their local venues in the Morehead Fargo area.
That is wonderful. Please forward that the link to that to me
Okay. Once
after
again, once again, the name is Morehead Friends Writing Group.
Warhead Friends Writing Group.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
And it's going pretty much great guns. Do you remember Robin Kane?
I do.
She's in it too.
Okay.
Uh, Another IWW alumna. And of course, as I said, Chris Stinson and your humble correspondent. And I'm sure there might be another person or two from the IWW.
Right. I have on a few of my accounts, I have a bunch of friends that participated in the Internet Writing Workshop many years ago. They're still in my friends list, so I'm
Mhm.
thinking of going into my friends list and poking at them.
Yeah, go ahead and poke them and tell them, there's people who are ready and willing to contribute. The thing about the IWW that one must remember is it's kind of a quid pro quo type thing, and that
Right.
is if you submit something, you're expected to critique something from someone who critiqued your work.
Right. It's very reciprocal because, of course, it is a free writing workshop. So people have to do a sort of communal, collaboration in terms of the editing process.
And not only that, with the IWW, you can read everyone's critique of a certain piece.
Right.
And that broadens your own horizons as well as helping the person who is doing the writing.
Right. Right. I learned so much in that writing workshop. I really did.
So did I. One of the things I learned is adverbs are evil. Avoid them.
Right. Every
And
time I used them, I was getting yelled at. I became afraid of adverbs.
another thing, and this is just a bugaboo of mine, is I detest the word pause. And it's because it implies that somebody just froze in place. He
Right.
paused, she paused, they paused. Well, people don't just freeze in place, they do something. And they may do a nervous mannerism. Maybe they uh, scratch their wrist where their watch band used to be. Maybe they um, tap a toe. Maybe they pull their beard or mustache or run a finger through their hair. People have numbers of mannerisms that they would do when they're pausing. And even doing nothing is still doing something and worthy of letting the reader know what it was.
You just gave me a mini refresher. Like, oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, you probably have seen me. You've seen more than one rant of mine.
Those rants are so educational. They really are.
Well, I'm just glad I was able to help.
I just want to thank you so much again for coming on here and sort of exposing all of the work that you've done, for talking about the various writing workshops as resources for writers. They are extremely invaluable. I cannot say to anyone out there enough that if you have the time, please, I will be posting the links on the video. Please go and check them out. They are free writing resources and they are extremely educational. The Internet Writing Workshop is run through Penn State University, and the
Morehead,
Morehead,
Morehead Friends Writing Group.
right. So the Morehead Friends Writing Group actually offers some publishing and advertisement opportunities for writers out there. So please make sure that after I've posted the links, you go and check those resources out. And I just want to thank you so much again, Bill, for coming.
It's been my pleasure. In fact, Kay, I've got to admit that even after all these years, you're still pretty easy on my glasses.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure, and I wish you nothing but the best.
All right. Take care.